Good evening. Thank you for joining me for what I believe is the ninth installment of Bedtime Bible Stories, here from our home to yours. I hope everything is going all right. As always, if it is not, please, please, please let us know. We are here for you. In addition, if you have any prayer requests, please get them into Tina. We do try to read them every week during services, but obviously we're recording services earlier than when they're actually shown, so there is sort of a time delay that does sometimes cause confusion. We do, by the way, try to put those in the comment bar in between services. So let's go ahead and get started with our joke this evening. I've decided to up the jokes a little bit in the math complexity. Because why not, right? So here we go. This one I found particularly personally funny, but it may just be because I have kids. So, what do baby parabolas drink? What, you ask? Quadratic formula. That would be like the best thing that'd be like the best name of a formula company, right? All of you are currently disagreeing with me, I bet. Feel free to leave little laughing emojis. Always appreciated. I will take pity laughs. All right, so for tonight's reading, we are continuing through the book of Exodus, by the way. So there they all were. Grannies, granddads, babies, uncles, aunts, children, moms, and dads, out there in the middle of a desert. They had blistered from all the walking. They were hungry and thirsty, and much, much too hot. "We don't like it," they said. "It stinks." And so did they, for that matter, because no one had taken a bath in like weeks. Just imagine that. Not good. Now remember, because this is something they'd forgotten, God had done amazing things for his people. He had hidden them inside a cloud. He had moved the sea. He had set them free. But God's people weren't happy. They didn't care about being free. Wasn't it better when they were slaves? At least they'd had lots of nice food to eat. But God doesn't want us to be happy, they said. It was the same lie that Adam and Eve had heard all those years before. God has brought us out here to kill us. God doesn't love us. But they didn't know God very well. Now, did they? Complaining people. Every day of their journey, God kept showing his people how well he would look after them, if they would just trust him and obey him. When they were hungry, God made the sky rain with food, bread coming down from heaven. "What is it?" they asked each other. They didn't know, so they called it, "What is it?" Which, of course, is a very good name for something when you don't know what it is. That translates to be manna. When they were thirsty and started quarreling, God made water flow from the rock. Moses called the place Quarreling because that seemed like a good name too. And still, God's children didn't trust him or do what he said. They thought they could do a better job of looking after themselves and making themselves happy. But God knew there was no such thing as happiness without him. So God led them to a tall mountain. God wanted to talk to his people and show them what he was like. He wanted to help them know him better and tell them about the special land he was going to give them. "The whole earth belongs to me," God said. "But I have chosen you. You are my special family. I want you to live in a way that shows everyone else what I'm like, so they know me too." You got manna coming from heaven, water coming from a rock. God called Moses up the mountain. A great mountain shook. A thick cloud fell. Thunder roared. Lightning crackled, and God gave Moses 10 rules called commandments. "I want you to love me more than anything else in the world, and know that I love you too," God told them. That's the most important thing. God gave them other rules, like don't make yourself pretend gods, don't kill people or steal or lie. The rules showed God's people how to live and how to be close to Him and how to be happy. They showed how life worked best. God promised to always look after you, Moses said. Will you love Him and keep His rules? We can do it, yes, we promise. But they were wrong. They couldn't do it. No matter how hard they tried. They could never keep God's rules all the time. That's true of all of us, right? God knew they couldn't, and He wanted them to know it too. Only one person could keep all the rules, and many years later, God would send Him to stand in their place and be perfect for them, because the rules couldn't save them. Only God could save them. The end. And by the way, that's the end of the book of Exodus, so way to make it through 2 books of the Bible already, folks. You should really give yourself a round of applause for that. Hope everything's going well. Again, if it isn't, please let us know. And I hope this has been a peaceful start to what I hope is a peaceful week for you in a chaotic world. God bless. Bye.